What is space? Also known as outer space, space is the area outside of the Earth's atmosphere. In space, there exist planets, galaxies, stars, and other celestial objects. Did you know? Space is completely silent. In space, no one can hear you scream. This is because there is absolutely no air. Think of space like a void. Space is a vacuum. There is also no gravity on space. What is gravity? Gravity is an invisible force that pulls two objects together. Gravity is what pulls us and everything else towards the ground on Earth. Gravity is a force we feel on Earth, but the further away we get from Earth, the less gravity force there is. This is why when astronauts go into space, they float, regardless of how heavy they weigh. Let's quickly discuss the objects that are in space, because there are many and they are important. Space is very big and vast. As you recall, it is made out of galaxies, planets, stars, and other objects. Let us go through the objects that are in space. Let's start with galaxies. There are believed to be billions and billions of galaxies in space. After all, we humans are a very small part of space. Our planet, Earth, is in a galaxy called the Milky Way. It is called the Milky Way because of how it looks. Our solar system is in the Milky Way. Our solar system has 8 planets and 1 star. Here is the order of our planets: Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. All the planets orbit around the Sun. Let's zoom into the solar system and talk about it a little. You may be familiar with Earth. Earth is the planet that we live on. It is the 5th largest planet in our solar system. Currently, Earth is the only livable planet for humans. Earth provides us with resources that no other planet has. Some of these resources are water, oxygen, and carbon. The Earth is a terrestrial planet because of its hard and rocky surface. These rocky surfaces protect us from harsh sun rays and give us comfortable and livable temperatures. Could you imagine if the Earth was always boiling hot? The sun helps us in many ways. The light and heat that the sun gives off allows plants and trees on Earth to grow, which in turn provides us humans with food and air. The sun is also a form of renewable energy for us, as there are many families now with solar panels. Space rocks. Literally. Let's talk about these unique objects that are scattered across space. An asteroid is an object made out of rocks. They are lumpy and look like potatoes. There are many sizes of asteroids. Did you know there is an asteroid belt where the majority of asteroids exist? It is between Mars and Jupiter. Another rock in space that is somewhat similar to asteroids are comets. A comet is another celestial object. Comets are made out of ice, rock, and dust. Similar to asteroids, comets orbit around the sun. When a comet comes close to the sun, the ice heats up and gives out a gas and gust in the form of a glowing head. As a comet moves through space, the gases form a tail behind the head. A meteoroid is a small type of rock or particle, which breaks off an asteroid or comet. Meteors are meteoroids that pull towards Earth because of the gravity. Meteors travel at a high speed and heat up. It looks like a shooting star. If there are many meteors, we call it a meteor shower. Once it reaches Earth, it is called a meteorite. Wow, that is a lot of rocks. They all sound very similar and can be confusing. So here is a quick recap of the space rocks that we just discussed. Have you ever wondered about how the universe began? How everything came to be? How the planets and the stars are born? There is a theory that scientists believe about how the universe began, called the Big Bang Theory. This theory states that a big explosion 14 billion years ago created everything. When this explosion happened, everything from space, time, energy, and all other matter are created. The universe started from this single explosion and slowly expanded. A last fun fact for you before we go. When you're in space, you age slower than the people on Earth. This is due to time dilation, which means that the time in space is different than the time on Earth. The International Space Station travels at a very high speed, causing there to be time dilation and allowing astronauts to age slower. Like what you've learned? Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more future content.